Okay, today, end of season review time. I love this part of Football Manager, the transition from one season into the next, where you get to have a look at how your team's performed over the season and look at all those areas of where you might want to strengthen, whether you're going to change philosophy for next season or not, going to change formation, that kind of thing. So today we're going to have a look at all that. It is the end of season review. Hello friends, let's not dwell on the last game, the cup final failure to Dortmund. I had a little bit of feedback on it, and I know there's a few things I could have done differently and should have done differently, but you know, lessons learned. We'll learn from that in the future, I think. So let's have a look at our end of season review. So the team of the season, as you can see, Zlatko Junuzovic is in there, and they've actually playing the team of the season according to this would be us playing a 4-4-1-1, which is the formation that we started out with, and then we tweaked that to a 4-1-4-1 because we felt like we needed to be a little bit more defensive, and we also lost Zlatko Junuzovic, so I think that played a bit of a role in changing formation. But no real surprises there. Bauer, Sané, Moisander, Augustinsson, Pavlenka at the back. Kainz, Delaney, Grujic, Hajrovic, Junuzovic and Johansson up front. Only possible exclusion would be Maksimovic, but he only joined halfway through the season. So, you know, that's that. View best 11, here we go. Yeah, I mean, average ratings here. Who's had the best rating? 7.31... Yeah, okay, so it looks like Junuzovic had the best rating and he's the one we've no longer got. Brilliant. We've also got, on as far as appearances go, we've got Marko Grujic played 35 games alongside... Oh, God, here we've got Augustinsson played 39. Pavlenka played 35. Augustinsson, he's just must have played... Well, he has played loads, hasn't he? Hang on, Kainz played 40 games as well. So, yeah, I mean, really, really good that pairing on the left there. And, you know, they've actually been brilliant for us. I think Kainz has been really good. Augustinsson, I'm a big fan of Augustinsson. And he's only 24 years old. So I think he would get way more than 4.2 million now. He's someone who actually, I think, could be playing potentially for like a bigger club, you know, like a big Premier League club or something. He's got room to improve, I think. Yeah, it says here, important player could still improve. I've been really, really a big fan of his this season. A little bit sad about Marko Grujic because obviously he's going to have to go back to Liverpool. I'm not sure when his loan is until or how we can find that out. And anyway, it was till the end of the season, so essentially as soon as I end this season, he's probably going to go back. Which is a shame because he's a brilliant player and we're gonna struggle to replace him. But of course we do have Maksimovic, who will be coming in there probably alongside Delaney. And what I'm thinking is I might try to play something, and I don't think I can't move these around to show you, sorry. But what I'm thinking is maybe play three in the midfield, have Kainz and Hajrovic slightly more advanced roles. So we're almost playing a kind of we would be playing a kind of 4-3-3. That's my thought anyway, with Delaney on slightly more defensive duties, and then if I can get another creative central midfielder, that could really strengthen the squad for next season. Anyway, we'll get on to strengthening the squad in a bit. Let's go and have a look at some other stuff. So, fans player of the season, Florian Kainz, 36% of the vote there. Hajrovic second, Grujic third. And Grujic is obviously on loan anyway, but it's good to have one of our own players and not just a loan player winning that. Goal of the season, Finn Bartels. We'll come and have a look at that in a minute. We'll have a look at some other goals, actually. I'm going to try and find some of the best ones we've scored. Signing of the season, Nemanja Maksimovic. Now, we only signed him halfway through the season as a kind of response to Junuzovic leaving. And he actually has been a good player, and I think, yeah, he has still got room to improve. He's a good all-rounder. He's currently playing as an advanced playmaker, so yeah, I think he could improve. He's only 23 years old, so I'm quite interested to see what happens with him next season when he's getting more game time. Not necessarily more game time because he has played a lot for us, but he's playing for a full season, if you like. And then young player of the season, no surprises there. Marko Grujic, just a beast. He's going to be someone. He is 22 years old. He's a beast, isn't he? He's a beast. Let's have a look at these records. What have we got here this season? Here we go. So the highest we've been this season was second, and the lowest was 14th. So we kind of finished somewhere in between there at 7th. Highest attendance, 42,500 versus Hamburg. Highest gate receipts, 877,000 versus Bayern in the Cup, where we beat them. That was a brilliant game. Average attendance, 40,000. That's pretty good, really, isn't it? 40,000. It's a big club, that, really. Aaron Johansson, top scorer, 12 goals. No surprise there. And Kind scored in 11 seconds as the fastest goal. Most games won in a row, 3. Not much, is it, really? However, games without losing. We went 11 games without losing at one point. Doesn't seem like that now, does it? What we've got here is this is the season review. Bremen had been expected to claim a top half finish, and they did just that. Now that's a bit misleading, I think, because when I started the game, I distinctly remember saying that we were going to be battling against relegation, and that seems to have changed halfway through the season. Still, I think that the board are quite happy with my performance as manager, and we'll get onto that in a minute so that you can see that. But this is what I wanted to show you. 28 players used in total, which is the highest in the first division. It didn't seem like we used that many players, really. We've had quite a stable team. We've rotated a few players, but nothing major, I don't think, unless it's counting cup competitions, and because we went a long way in the cup, perhaps that's why. I don't know. And thanks for rubbing it in there. Lost in the final to Dortmund. Quick dynamics update. Everyone seems pretty happy. Finn Bottles is slightly happy. I think that's because he's been injured for quite a long time. So he's and also actually because we changed formation, he was not getting in the squad quite as much. He was being rotated, which is a shame. But he's 31 years old now. He might be one that we look to move on, because we might still be able to get something for him, and then bring in a slightly younger player, perhaps. The only other thing to note who's slightly unhappy here is Jerome Gondorf. Again, 29 years old, so he's kind of getting on a little bit. He's actually leaving. We listed him, and he's now going to, I don't know how you say that, Başakşehir Football Kulübü. I don't know how you say that. Look at that stadium. Whoa. So yeah, he's going there. Quite like those kits, actually. Nice, aren't they? So yeah, he's going to this club in the Turkish Super League, which, fair enough, he wanted some game time. He wasn't getting it. He wasn't going to get in the team, which is a shame, because he plays quite a lot in real life, I think. But not for me, sir. But overall, everyone seems at least satisfied. So that's dynamics. Let's have a look at the board. What did the board think of me? So my job security, secure, as you might imagine. I haven't done terribly, so, that's good. I don't think I've got that money come in yet, because the finances look pretty low down there. We've got data analysis facilities, which should be, complete. Oh, they should be complete, yeah, okay. And the youth facilities are ongoing, should be completed fairly soon, which is good. Hopefully that might mean we get some good stuff through the next youth intake. Despite the positives, the fans are understandably extremely disappointed at Bremen's 1-0 defeat against Stuttgart. Come on, get over it. So, here we go with these finances. Now, we were supposed to get 54 million or something, was it, from finishing 7th? Now, I can't tell whether... I don't think that's come in yet. Well, it says income this month, 58 million. I don't think that's come in yet, or it's not. At least it's not showing up here yet, because surely this should be bang up there, unless we've got so many debts that we need to pay off. Original debt 70 million, so we've got 42 million. I mean, if that was up to me, I'd probably just pay that debt off with the 54 million that we've got, and that would still leave us with quite a decent chunk of money to invest in the squad. And if I sell a few players as well, we could. Why can't I just pay that? It's annoying, isn't it? Like I would just get rid of it. I mean, I guess managers don't have to worry about this kind of thing in real life. Someone else is doing it, but yeah, because our wage bill is over as well. if I had tighter control of these finances, I'm sure I could actually do something, but yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Don't matter. That's the best way to look at finances, isn't it? Just like bury it in the sand and just walk away and say, we'll be fine. Right, let's have a chat with the players about next season, end of season meeting. Hey? Why are you giving me the option to discuss plans for next season and have an end of season team meeting if I can't do it? Football Manager! Right, so this is allegedly Finn Bartels' goal of the season for us. Here he is, Bartels. Oh! It's a good strike. It's a good shot. Not sure that's goal of the season, really. I'm going to have a look and see if I can find any better ones. Now, I found this one against Dorfmerkingen. And I think this is a pretty good goal, actually. Check this out. If you, I mean, okay, it's not a shot from like a million miles away, but the finish is incredible. Watch this. It's like a scissor kick. Eggstein. Oh, what a finish. Why is that not in there? Well, I suppose goal of the season, they're just looking at, I think Football Manager does a lot, just looks at kind of long range efforts, which is a bit poo. I'm sure Maksimovic scored a good one as well, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. So I think that's pretty much it for goals. So yeah, we didn't score any amazing ones. A lot of them seem to be tap-ins, really. Boring Bremen, eh? Have a look at Fatty Dickman. See how he's been doing, because look at the state of him. He's the player, if you remember, who came through our youth intake, who we're quite excited about. He's got the player traits, plays 1-2 now, actually, it looks like. I'm not sure if he had that before or not. He hasn't been being mentored by anyone because we don't have anyone to mentor him at the moment, but he has quite a high potential ability. He has the potential to be a star player. He's only 15 years old. Let's have a look at his stats for this season. So he's appeared. My God, he's played 5 games and he's scored 7 goals, which is pretty good. 44% of his shots on target. 64 minutes on the pitch per goal. He's pretty good, basically. He looks like he's good at passing as well there. 152 passes. He's succeeded. 76% of his passes have been successful. And his average rating is 7.74. Oh, God, I'm so excited about this kid. Oh, God, don't take that. Take that and use it against me out of context. But, 2 player of the match performances as well. He looks like he could be a real find. So here's the thing. This is the formation that we've been playing most recently. I'm thinking for next season, I feel like we haven't been connected enough between the midfield and the attack, and that could be down to the player roles, but it could also be down to the players that we've got. Obviously, we're not going to have Grujic anymore. He's going to be gone. But what I would like to do, Delaney's played quite well as a ball-winning midfielder on support in that role. But I'm wondering whether we can push him up here and then push these 2 forward. So essentially, we've got wing. Maybe Bauer can go to a wing back. I'm not sure. Might just keep him as a full back. But essentially, what we'll need to do is we can keep Delaney in the middle there, and he can stay as a ball-winning midfielder. He's just in a slightly more advanced role. Maksimovic has been playing well. I'm just going to switch it over now, just in case. So yeah, and then essentially we need to find a replacement for Grujic. I think we do have Finn Bartels as cover, and he can play on the left or the right wing. So he can cover Kainz or Hajrovic, which is really good. But I still think we probably need some strength on the wings. Up front, we've still got Kruse. And hopefully he's going to be fit again. We've got Johansson and we've got Eggstein. So we're actually okay for strikers. I think if we find a young prodigy, I mean, we've also got Fatty Dickman coming through as well, obviously. So, I mean, he's not going to be coming through for at least another couple of years, because I think they have to be like over 18 to play in the Bundesliga. So, and he's 15 at the moment, so he's quite some way off. but we have that in the pipeline ready to go. So the other thing that I think we need to strengthen is the central defence here. We do have Moisander, who, again, he's 32. So what I would like to do ideally is have someone like Moisander on the bench and start bringing a younger player through, and that's what I've started to try to do here with Velikovic. At least I think it's just Velkovic, because he can be good. I think it just needs the games, I would have thought. So let's give him the games and let's see how he improves. He's only 22 years old, so he's going to become a starting centre back, I think, with Sané. But I think because Sané is actually older as well, and I think he's 31. Probably, actually, arguably Moisander is better than Sané. We'll decide between those two. Perhaps we'll rotate those two because of their age. And then what I'd like to do is bring in some younger, more promising central defenders and bring them through and get them get them up to sort of first team quality. So here's the thing. Football Manager 19 is coming out the beta is coming out in about 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks after that, Football Manager 19 is coming out, the full version. So what does that mean? Well, that means 2 weeks between now and the beta doesn't give me much time to get many films recorded. On average, I'm releasing about 1 film a week. That's all I can manage at the moment with kids and work and blah, 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 stuff you don't need to worry about. So the bad news is that this will be the last film in the Bremen save. Well, there may be one more. I've got an idea of something that I want to do for one more final film, which is just a bit of fun. But essentially, I think this is going to be the last Bremen film. It's a shame, because I really was looking forward to blasting through another season and trying to bring this team on even further. I've had fun doing this save, and hopefully you've enjoyed it as well. But it's time to move on. Football Manager 19 is nearly here, and for the beta, I'm planning on doing a Stoke City save. If you've seen my film that I posted a couple of weeks ago, I did a simulation about whether or not Stoke City could have avoided relegation in real life. But what that's kind of spurred me on to do is to in the 2 weeks that the beta's out, to try and go through just one season with Stoke City and try and get them out of the Championship and back into the Premiership. So that will be a series called Saving Stoke City, which will be out when the beta's out. And then, of course, we're moving into the Piacenza save, and I'm going to do a bit of a prologue introduction film to that. So you will be able to see what I'm doing, all the kind of the philosophy behind this save, basically, because it's more than just a choose Piacenza, let's go. There's reasons behind it, and there's goals that I want to achieve with that save as well. And that will be happening when we get to the full release of Football Manager on the 2nd of November. So lots to be getting on with, and I just think that that it's going to be very hard to squeeze in more Bremen stuff, unfortunately. So very, very sad, but this is the end of the Bremen save. So thanks so much for watching. I've only been doing this for like 6 months now, and already lots of people have got in touch, lots of people have given me feedback, lots of people have kind of welcomed me to the community, and I'm really, really looking forward to Football Manager 19 now. So there you have it. I'm sorry, the end of Bremen. Well, the end of me as manager of Bremen anyway. Like I said, there'll be one more film. I will do that one more film, and hopefully it's going to be interesting and you'll like it and it's a little bit of fun. But that's that for Bremen. So until I see you again for Saving Stoke City, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, because it's not over. This is just the beginning of Football Manager 19. So come on, let's get excited. It's sad that Football Manager 18 is over, but Football Manager 19 is nearly here. So like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.